Welcome to the Wakey Bakey podcast.
Beside the candlelight, a place they read satanic rite. From deep dark depths the shapes appear, the beast they do shall someday fear. Sound severe, a modified ionosphere, weather wars and Tesla gear. Cataclysmic cavalier, we've got our dreams, they've got their missiles. Human versions of doggy whistles. Brown note make you shit your pants, put you in an ambulance. Another coal-fired power plant, tornadoes twist Los Angeles. Bullets buzz by like a swarm of hornets. These are the days of destruction and torment. Don't listen to me, but I think it's important. These are the days of destruction and torment. Bullets buzz by like a swarm of hornets. These are the days of destruction and torment. Don't listen to me, but I think it's important. These are the days of destruction and torment. These are the days of destruction and torment. These are the days of destruction and torment.
Therefore, I'm free to say everything or nothing.
I may be talking about something that does not exist. Therefore, I'm free to say everything or nothing.
I may be talking about something that does not exist. Therefore, I'm free to say everything or nothing.
I may be talking about something that does not exist. Therefore,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wakey Bakey podcast. I'm your host, Eddie Dinero. I'm here kicking it in Studio A today on the east side of the Las Vegas Valley. As you motherfuckers know, gunshots are not edited in. The motherfuckers are live all fucking day long, all night long. I got a great fucking show for you guys today. I'm doing this in a little different style. This is the first time you guys have ever seen something like this. I got my boy, a longtime fucking friend of mine, a great fucking friend of mine. This is some of his music right here we're listening to. This is called Calling Cars. The band's Fear Porn. And my guest today is going to be Mr. Jack Blood. Jack, welcome to the show, buddy.
Money Man.
How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. I don't know.
I'm fucking loving this music.
It's 70 degrees up here in Seattle.
Oh,
so
shit. We're well over 100 today. We're probably at about 108, I think, is what it is today.
I lived in Vegas in the 70s, so I know.
Fuck.
I feel your pain running from air conditioner to air conditioner.
Yes, that is pretty much how it works here in Vegas. You do a lot of that. A lot of fucking running. A lot of running, most definitely. So I'm fucking digging this music, bro. I love it. How long ago was this band? When was this recorded that we're listening to right now?
That was recorded at Love Studios here in Seattle in
Badass.
2017.
Okay.
The bass player has since committed suicide. I hate to bum people out.
Oh, wow.
The car was coming for him in this case, yeah.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm fucking loving that. That sounds fucking great, man. That's good shit.
Back in the day, yeah.
It's got that Jesus and Mary chain kind of vibe to me. I know you're familiar with the Jesus and Mary chain.
I got ASCAP on this, so hopefully I'm getting paid now that you're playing it.
Hopefully so. Hell yeah, hopefully so. All right, so I guess I should say that you're coming to us live from Seattle today. Well, it's not live, but recorded from Seattle, right? Next time we're going to have to get together and get in the same studio together so we can smoke hella weed together and get stupid.
That's right. Well, I got a studio in my basement. This is the Lemmy house. If you didn't notice, the man right behind me here, this is kind of a famous punk rock legacy house, and it is where I lay my head.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I got to come check that out, man. I would love to come down and check that out. Most definitely.
Anytime, money man, anytime.
All right, so let's get down to this because I've known your ass for a long fucking time. We met, I'm going to tell this story real quick, and I'm just going to jog your memory. Let's see what you can remember of this.
All right.
So I used to listen to you back in the day, a punk rock fucking radio show at its finest. The best conspiracy show on the fucking market, hands down. I've talked about you for a couple of seasons, having you on. I'm glad you're finally fucking here, brother. It's great to have you. But when this all came about, I remember the day well because it was 666 day. And you were inviting people over to your fucking house for a 666 party. And you motherfuckers actually burned a goddamn pentagram in the back fucking yard. That was the coolest fucking thing ever. That was probably one of the coolest Austin parties I ever went to in the 15 fucking years that I lived there.
We do, yeah.
It was a great fucking thing. It was a great fucking time to be had. There was a lot of cool ass eclectic fucking people there that night, and it's a great fucking memory. You told me some great fucking stories that night. Hopefully maybe some of them we can recount today, and maybe some of them you're like, no, we can't talk about that.
I don't buy into that. I'll talk about anything you want.
Allegedly, right? Allegedly. We have to bring the allegedly. We're gonna have to bring the allegedly drinking game back.
Story, maybe not the real one.
It used to be a drinking game on the Jack Blood show, right? Whenever you said allegedly, you had to fucking take a drink. I always turned it into taking a fucking hit of weed, which meant by the end of your show, I was usually pretty fucking stoned.
I mean, whatever works. Sniff some glue every time I say allegedly.
Fuck yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Like, whatever you're into, folks. It's none of my fucking business. That's how I roll.
That's right. I love it. I fucking love it.
Just stay out of my business, please. And that's our deal.
We did some cool stuff over the years in Austin. We fucking actually, during South by Southwest, this was really fucking cool. We were down on 6th Street with my fucking PA that was like 400 fucking watts at the time. And we fucking set up down there and let you just go fucking off for like, what, an hour? On about 200,000 people just walking by. Next thing I know, you had this big fucking huge crowd around. I was like, oh, this motherfucker's getting arrested for sure. But you didn't. Imagine that.
I would today.
Most definitely, especially in Austin, Texas.
That was the good old days, back when you could use your free speech out on the sidewalk like a soapbox.
That's right.
Kind of reminiscent about how people used to go to the town square and get on a soapbox and say their piece and redress their grievances, which is exactly what we did. And
hell yeah.
It was a good mind meld, Money Man, because I got them all riled up, and then you started playing. Yeah,
I played. It was a little impromptu set that I just slapped together about a couple of hours before I actually went down there and did it. I had no idea what I was doing. Those are some of the best shows. Everybody looked kind of confused.
That was the second best. That, for me, that was the second best South by Southwest appearance I had, and I had a few.
Nice.
I did host Rocky Erickson's Ice Cream Social.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, when he got emancipated, whatever happened with Britney Spears, his conservativeship expired, because if you know the story of Rocky Erickson and 13th floor elevators, he got caught with a joint in the 60s. He ended up getting electroshock treatment and all that. So everybody was there. Towns Van Zant's son, JT Van Zant, was there. Michelle Schacht was there. Spoon was there.
Wow.
Robin Hitchcock was there. They were all on the stage for Rocky that day. Peter Buck from REM.
That's crazy.
It was just like a long list of these excellent, excellent players. Jim Franklin, artist down there.
I think I remember when that happened.
He did the whole poster for it, and it's just, you can put it in when you do the production on this. Put that poster in. I still have it. It was absolutely amazing.
Oh hell yeah! You have to send me a screenshot of that, most definitely.
Rocky now could make his own decisions and keep his money and not have anyone in his face. And at that time, his brother Sumner was his conservator, which he was, you know, pretty cool. They just wanted him to get better.
Right.
But we all remember, you know, crazy Rocky Erickson.
Hell yeah.
Did some pretty cool records, man.
Most
so
definitely.
that craziness paid off.
Oh, fuck yeah. He did great fucking albums, man. That's the real underground right there. That's the psychedelic underground right there.
He is a god here where I'm from in Seattle.
Oh,
just
definitely.
A freaking
right.
God.
It's crazy because most people nowadays don't know who the fuck you're talking about, but hopefully they listen to this and they go back in and do a little research and
hell yeah,
come across something fucking badass there, because that's what you should do. I didn't mean to,
because I love doing your South by Southwest event. That was
that was fucking
guerrilla.
Great. Hell yeah.
That was guerrilla all the way, man.
Oh, totally, totally.
Legend just for that reason.
It was one of those things that went down literally the night before. It was like, hey, we've got the parking lot out there. If you guys want to fucking do something, you can do whatever you want. There's a guy who did my fucking ink. He was the manager of the shop, so he was just like, fucking go for broke. And I was like, oh, I'll give you a fucking show, all right? And he goes, okay, cool. This band's supposed to be coming in. They're going to be playing about 10:30, 11, but whatever before then, it's fucking yours to go. And we just fucking went down there and did our thing. It was fucking badass. It's still up on fucking, I think it's up on the internet. I think you can look it up. Jack Blood at South by Southwest 2009, I think is what it is.
Yeah. And now you reminded me that was the second best tattoo shop event I've ever done.
Nice. Custom tattoos for the soul. That was the shit right there.
Where the police busted it. We did a Nine Eyes tattoo, I think it is, up in Dallas. You know, never go to Dallas, but...
right, this is very true. I've done some crazy shit in Dallas.
The cops came and busted it because I was out talking about 9/11 and it was outside, and the neighbors didn't like what I was saying. So that was kind of the first cancel. That's,
wow.
That's over 10, 15 years ago or whatever, too. And
that's crazy.
And I couldn't so they busted the thing up there in Dallas, and I couldn't, I'm the speaker, so they're looking for me. I couldn't get in my car because we had a couple of beers. So they chased us all around that area for a couple of hours, just looking for a reason to get us. Finally, it's just like, you know, fuck this. And we ducked in 3 white dudes to this Tejano bar. Right? And it's just like in the movies, when you walk in, the music stops and there's like 70 people just looking at you.
Hell yeah, that's what you're talking about. I love it.
After 2:00 and we're like, policia, you know, and they're like, okay, cool. And there's a bunch of drug dealers and stuff in there, and they're like, okay, cool. It's after 2:00. They were serving us beer. Man, they were so cool. They just took us right in. Once they knew we were having a beef with the cops, they were like, okay, just come in. We'll hide you.
That's fucking hilarious. I think I remember when that happened, too. You had a lot of fun in Austin, didn't you? I did, too. I played down on 6th Street and Red River down there. It was crazy chaos all the time.
I always have fun.
Speaking of which, I forgot about this, but we totally did the fucking Stasi party, too, with my band Carrier Monkey. Do you remember that?
Oh, that was great.
You were the fucking MC for that shit. That was badass, too. Great fucking times, my man.
Put the
Great
link
times.
On it. If you got video from it, put the link on it, because that was really cool.
I will. And I found that one. It is Jack Blood at South by Southwest 2009. That is fucking live. I'm going to put the link up to that one, too.
Do you know Money Man, Eddie Money? Do you know if people find out that it was an anti-Nazi, we were doing Nazi satire, basically.
Oh, the Stasi party. Yeah, this day and age, it would be completely crazy.
Yeah, the East German Stasi. And then at that time, I think Marcus Wolf, who was the head of the East German Stasi, had been recruited into our government at Homeland Security. So it was kind of like, you know, like what the fuck?
Right.
But now, you know, now they would take that out of context and start calling you a Nazi.
Yes,
right?
Completely.
In fact, just the word we said Nazi. This video's banned forever. We'll never be able to.
Right. That's okay. I'm used to it. It always happens to my videos. It's nothing new, and I would expect nothing less with you being on the show as well. Which brings us to the fucking big one. This is a trip down memory lane right here, and I don't know if you know this or not, but I dropped this video. I think it was on Vimeo or whatever. I didn't even put it on YouTube because at the time it was too long. They wouldn't let me. Do you remember the night we went and hung out with Iced Earth?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked about that. Tell your listeners about
I had
that.
to get your. I haven't talked about this since the whole fucking January 6th thing went down. I knew at some point I was gonna have you on here, and we were gonna fucking get down and talk about this shit because that was fucking crazy. I'm gonna let you fucking start this story out, okay?
Oh damn. You're gonna tell it, or you want me to?
You tell it. I'll let you tell it.
Okay, so Iced Earth is a heavy metal band that has pretty big following.
Also, Sons of Liberty, right?
Their guitar player is John Schaefer.
Yep.
Who had that spin-off band called Sons of Liberty.
Yeah, that's it.
And it was pretty tight. In fact, don't get mad at me, Iced Earth fans, but I like them a little bit better. Anyway, Iced Earth had been doing a reunion, and they were coming to Texas, and I think they were playing the new Emos on the east side. It holds about 1,000 people, 800 people, something like that. Oh,
I would probably say it might even hold like 2,500, bro. Really, that was a pretty big
cool.
Fucking show.
It was packed, yeah, and I don't remember who was opening, but I'd known John Schaefer was a fan of my show, so he invited us down, gave us VIP passes, and then after the show, we went back into his trailer where
drank up all his fucking Johnny Walker Black
and some very expensive tequila.
Oh yeah. That little fifth of tequila went quick.
And we did some damage.
Yes, most definitely.
And then so I brought you in to do the media and film it, which did just a great job on it.
That video had over 200,000. I think it had over 230,000 downloads.
Wow. Well,
and that was a couple of years after. I don't know what it's done since then. I mean, this was back in. Fuck. When did we do this? This was like 2012, I think.
10-ish, 11-ish, 12-ish.
Yeah, it was somewhere in there.
I don't know, man. So we're just sitting with John Schaefer and Iced Earth. They're just kind of ignoring us because I guess they're used to his bullshit. But it was a great video. It was a great video, and he's talking about overthrowing the government and revolution, it was pretty crazy, man.
It was.
Actually, and
he was talking about moving to Texas and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't really disagree with him, man.
Right,
because at that point, the series of abuses, it's going to be July 4th. It's in the Declaration of Independence. The series of abuses just piled up so high that we'd had enough of it, and so I didn't, at that point in time, and I heard a lot of that kind of talk. I've hung around militia guys and stuff. I heard a lot of that kind of talk, and he put it in his songs. And long story short, he was the first guy arrested at January 6th.
Right. When he popped up on TV, I was just like, oh,
fuck. And people got really mad at him. He lost like all his fans, and yeah,
that was crazy. That was definitely crazy.
People should link to that thing. People should check that out.
Right.
And I'm going to press you to disagree with what he's saying. It is pretty radical, but not any more radical than what BLM was saying last summer or two, or what the anti-abortion people are saying now. Whoever's caught in the vomit politics of the day, you know. I mean, they have a right to say their stuff too, and I agree with some of them. I mean, shit, I'm a burn it all down guy. I mean, look, that's why I got to be consistent, Eddie. I'm not, I'm not going to take a right or left position on it. I think
you walk the walk, definitely. You walk the walk. You're one of the only people that I can honestly say that's been in this, I hate to call it a truth movement, but I mean, it was a truth movement for a long time, and the whole point was telling the truth, and not a lot of people wanted to do that. A lot of people wanted to sensationalize things. I got my tinfoil hat on,
so it's see, there's my disclaimer right there.
There you go.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, so it don't matter, right? Don't worry about what I say. But I'm actually a conspiracy archivist. I archive actual conspiracies. That's actually what I've been doing the whole time, and I debunk conspiracies like Russiagate and January 6th kangaroo courts and all the rest of it.
So I got time to hear your tell me. Give me a little something here. What do you got? What's your take on this whole abortion thing that they're overturning the Roe versus Wade?
Man, the hypocrisy is maddening, because the same people that told us we had to take a untested shot in order to work and live and go to the store or whatever, go out to eat or anything else, or go to see a band, are the same people that now want us out of their business because they want to have an abortion. I just don't care what you do. I really don't. Like, I would prefer. I don't like laws, so anytime a law is repealed, I'm applauding. Because there's just, all laws are selectively enforced, as that everybody should.
That is true.
Depending on how much money you have, who you know, who your lawyer is. I've literally had cases where I hired the best lawyer in town, and he goes, no problem. This guy here, I'll put him on your case. He drinks whiskey with the prosecutor. That's just like how it goes. So what good are laws if there's no equity, if we're not enforcing them equally to everybody? And so that should just be.
KRS-One said it. KRS-One said it best, brother. There can be no justice on stolen land, hands down.
Yeah, well, KRS-One says everything best.
This is true. It's true. That was my formative years when I was young. Right there. That's what I grew up with, and it was like, God, man, this guy is fucking great. I love it. That's what I grew up with, and that's kind of I stuck with that. That mentality stuck with me. He planted a good seed in my head.
Oh no, man, and that's why he's been attacked the way he has, and it's he's laying low right now. I think I got to meet him once, and he's way cool.
Nice.
At Brave New Bookstore, yeah.
Oh, cool.
But let me just finish with this real quick. So, see, my only thing is like consistency. If you watch sports, you don't like seeing all the fouls on one team, and then the other team like commits a foul, and they don't get called for it, or if you see, like, in a baseball game, like, they call some pitches over the plate and some are outside the plate. It's like, that's all anyone asks in a meritocracy, which I definitely endorse, that is consistent. You're going to be consistent. So this is the problem with people, is that they get their side in, and they give them all kinds of powers and laws, and then their guy gets voted out, and someone like, I don't know, a game show host, Donald Trump, gets voted in.
Right.
And then he has all the powers that you gave Obama. Well, you shouldn't have done that then. And you shouldn't have excused the drone bombing of children. So when we're talking about the killing of children, why aren't we talking about the killing of children all over the world that happens every fucking day for cobalt or lithium or oil or gold or what have you?
Right. Can't talk about those things.
Well, a good thing we're not.
Allegedly, right? Gotta take a hit.
Allegedly.
Gotta take a hit.
We gotta take a drink. Take a drink, folks. Now you guys are in on the Eddie Dinero drinking game.
That's right. Well, here at the Wakey Bakey, it's all about smoking, so it's a smoking game. But if you drink, you can drink too. We're not here to practice no segregation. We're cool with everything. You do whatever you want, whatever you like. You sniff some glue, what the fuck ever you're down with. Take another hit of Molly, whatever works for you. We're cool with it.
I did my show yesterday, my live show, with some mushroom coffee.
Oh, nice. Plug that real quick for us.
It's supposed to be a micro dose, but I must have gotten a exceptional cap or something in there.
Ooh wee. You know, some tomatoes and some peppers are a little hotter than others, you know. Some are a little sweeter than others, and that's sometimes how it happens with the mushrooms too, you know what I mean?
Only way you know is to eat it.
That
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, there it is again. See? You'll be fucked up when you watch this show. So what else has been going on? How's your show? Because you came out of retirement, you're coming back doing your thing, right?
Yeah.
How's that working out for you so far? You having fun doing it? How's it going?
You know how it is. I mean, I was
the game's probably changed since you were on there last time, yeah?
I was the first guy on the internet, and I'll debate that with anyone else that says they were. Because I was running 50,000 watt radio stations, and we were at the very tip of what was happening. And I made business deals with Yahoo and Akamai and stuff that it just cost too much money for you to even go and do anything on the internet and have your voice on the internet and all that. But I had something to barter, which was commercial time on a 50,000 watt major market radio station. So
that makes people take attention.
One of the first people, yeah, and it was a pretty good run. I started it. My first show was probably in 1995. I did a music and culture show.
Cool.
After the election in 2000, I started a political show. And then 9/11 happened. So,
right.
But once I saw Trump coming, because I believe that might be one of the biggest psyops in American political history. And whether you like him or not, it doesn't matter to me.
Right.
But let's call him as we see him, and let's be consistent doing that. I mean, he's related to Hillary Clinton and stuff, and they were buddies. And it's just like in the people he started putting around him once he did get in. I mean, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole too far, but I just knew. I saw the climate, and I'm like, well, you know, you're going to make people hate you no matter what you say. And especially me, I get it from all sides.
This is true.
I'm not a Demopublican or a Republican, so I'm a...
When you're in the middle like that, you get it from all sides.
I'm a voluntarist. I'm a, anarchist.
Yep.
I'm just not.
And I would like to say, when you say an anarchist, it's a different definition than going out and setting a fire in a trash can or some stupid shit, whatever people think. You know, that is. I mean, it's a mentality.
It's more minarchist than anarchist, but because I realize there's a role, but really, it's better to say I'm a voluntarist because we volunteer for things. Instead of asking permission, we volunteer instead of being extorted at the point of a gun, all of that. But that's really kind of the best way to go. But yeah, it was so just too. Like,
I agree.
I mean, I'm defined as a heterodox. I'm not orthodox, opposite of orthodox. I just knew I was going to get in trouble in those Trump years. So I just took a break, man, and, played a whole ton of music. I probably recorded upwards to 700 or 800 songs and did several.
Yeah, that's badass, brother.
And played live music with my wife, and that was really fun for her. It was fun for me.
Oh yeah.
Went out. I worked as a bouncer the entire time.
Oh, cool.
So I got in a lot of fights.
I can just see you wrangling some crazy fuckers down in Seattle.
No, I mean, the bars I worked at were literally right next to all the stadiums. So.
Oh, God damn.
between the stadiums and the homeless and the cops and everything else, it was pretty gnarly for a while there.
Yeah. You had a lot of fun with that, I bet.
I like to fight back then, not so much now. So
no, man, when you start getting older, that shit hurts.
Are you kidding me? I can hurt myself sleeping.
This is true. No, I know. You get up too fast, you fucking pull several muscles. That's exactly how that shit works. I know. I'm fucking finding out all about it.
Raggedy is getting old.
Right? Still a good time to be had.
Youth is wasted on the young.
That's right. That's fucking definitely right. Hopefully, you know, in the next life, whatever it is, maybe this is a preview of the next life. You know what I mean? That's what I keep thinking in my mind. This is going to be like the preview. You don't have no fucking clue what's going on in this one. The next one, you're like, oh, wait, I think I dreamed this at some point, you know? Maybe that's how it'll all go down.
Yeah, there doesn't have to be a next life, money man. It just doesn't.
True.
Unless you live in Vegas. I mean, you're in Sin City, so you basically signed up.
Hell yeah. I mean,
you signed up to come back, and then you're going to come back and to your new mom and dad, but you're going to live because there's no abortion. So you'll
This is true. This is true.
Man.
I'll be the little abortion that got away. Hey, that's how it was the first time.
Your show's awesome. That's good.
Hell yeah. Thank you, brother.
I trust your viewers.
Well, they're stoners, you know? They're our kind of people. They're potheads.
Allegedly.
They're the people who like to, you know, kick back and, you know, kick up their heels and fucking dance with Mary Jane a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's never a bad time to be had. Never a bad time to be had.
Yeah.
I mean, I've made it my life. I left Texas. I've lived in Texas my whole entire life until I moved here. I was like 44. I was like, fuck it. I'm getting the fuck out of Texas. I'm going to go fucking sell weed. I'm going to go learn about the fucking cannabis industry. And here I am in fucking Vegas doing the fucking thing, you know? I've been doing this shit over 3 years now. It's fucking great. I love it.
I mean, I got my street cred. I'm good with it.
See, that's where I started at. But, you know, like, at the end of the day, it was like, I could make my whole fucking life about this. And, I mean, really, it pays better than any other job I've had. And it fucking... dispensary life's great, to be completely honest with you. I love it. It's the way to go. I don't really work in the dispensary's life as far as, like... I don't work in the industry as far as... I work on a tribe or tribal place here in Vegas. So, we kind of have a little bit... The laws are a little bit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can kind of...
I lived in Vegas in 78.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Maybe part of 77. And get this, my dad was a pit boss at the Sands.
God damn, that's fucking crazy, brother. That's badass.
So I had my own room, like I'm a teenager.
Nice.
I got my own hotel room and stuff, and I can just charge anything I want to the room. And
oh, fucking sweet.
It's damn hard to gamble, though. I don't know. I guess I didn't look old enough, but I got carded everywhere, and it was.
They do that still now. They card the fuck out of everybody.
But I got some good stories from that, like hanging out with Jack Klugman. Sometime I'll tell you that.
Oh, wow. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. That sounds badass. I'm sure there's a lot of crazy shit, especially back in those days. You heard about what they just fucking found. There was a barrel that had a body inside of it.
May the Sands rest in peace.
There's a lot of things resting in peace that are coming to the surface now.
Yeah. The people know about the Rat Pack and the Mafia and all that and the Sands.
They're finding out about it for sure. Definitely. You heard about that body, right? They found a couple of bodies. The lake's drying up here. So where that's going, like the way they were describing it is it's so low now that it's just pouring out at this point. So before long, there's not going to be a lake at all. That's pretty much where it's going to be.
And all the guys killed by the Mafia will be found because of the drought.
Yeah. There was one in a barrel. They found one in a barrel, and then there was another that was a jawbone. It was a skull that they found on a beach.
Money, man. No, I did hear there was a guy. They found a bunch of stuff in Nevada a month or two ago, and it was some guy that was. This is a big thing. You steal corpses and you cannibalize them. You know.
Oh fuck!
And it's mainly for the tissue and the bones. So there's been all these scandals where they find out that this funeral parlor was doing that shit, and then they go dig up their dad's body, and he's got PVC pipe in his legs instead of bones because they stole them all, you know.
Oh, so, God damn.
But a lot of that they can't use, and they got to get rid of it, and you can't go to the city dump and dump body parts, so they take them out to the desert and dig a hole and throw them in there, and I guess the whole thing of that here like a month or two ago. Yeah, pretty gruesome.
Yeah, where I live,
it sounds like something Ben Franklin would do. Look that up.
All right, you guys check that shit out. Test this motherfucker out. Look his shit up.
Ben Franklin, the Hellfire Club. Look that up.
The Hellfire Club.
Some crazy shit right there.
There you go. All right, something to fucking blow your minds with. You get fucking high and look back and go, "Oh my God,
I could do a whole interview just on that." Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna have to set
crazy.
that up. Maybe we'll set that up for the second half of season 3 here.
That's why I'm around, Eddie. Is that people forget history, so you're not gonna hear that on any new podcast or anything.
That's why you're on this podcast.
Like Ben Franklin. It's just a question of, did Ben Franklin dig up these bodies like a ghoul and then use them for research or whatever? Or was it the people at the Hellfire Club that were in cages that they kept down in cages? I don't know.
Right?
Allegedly.
I took my hit early, but I was there with you. Allegedly. Man, it's
another vote for Thomas Paine as the greatest founding father, but Thomas Paine liked whiskey, so he didn't get credit for most of the shit he did.
That's usually how it goes, right?
Common Sense is his book, if you guys want to check it out.
Hell yeah, my audience could definitely look that up. I don't know as stoners if they look a lot of shit up. Some of them do, I think. Not a lot of them, but some of them do.
Well, you never know. Just trust us. Don't look it up. Just believe what we say.
Sure. That's what the media wants you to do anyway, right?
I don't even think they believe what they say. So,
Not anymore.
I guess. I don't know.
Not anymore. I saw this fucking comedy special, and I can't even remember who it was, but they were talking about... They were saying, like, who's the believers of truth? And you hear all these people going crazy and screaming, and they're like, all right, now check this shit out. Where the liars at? And the fucking place erupted and went goddamn crazy. And it's like, wow, that's where we're at? Like, that's where we're at now, I guess.
Crazy. They expose them. They're the ones, this is called hubris, right? Where it's like an ego thing, and you believe you're untouchable and you can get away with anything, and it usually connects to nepotism. So they just went too far and they got called on it. So, and then they got caught making up conspiracy theories and lying and just flat out making things up, and they have zero credibility. The dinosaur is dead. There are no more dinosaurs walking the earth as the media goes here pretty quick.
That's very true. That's very, very true. It's fucking crazy, brother.
Some of the dinosaurs morphed into fish and birds, so watch out for them.
Yep. Evolution at its finest, right? That's crazy.
If it's huge, it's probably bullshit. But
this is true.
Not that, like there's guys like Glenn Greenwald, and there's a lot of guys out there doing okay work, but I just learned to be overly cynical. I err on the side of too cynical. rather than not cynical enough.
That's all you can do, especially nowadays. They can put anybody's voice over anything. They can make any video out of anything. It's the world of fakeness. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Don't believe your lying eyes. Well, if you actually see something, that's what we learned when we worked with the Ron Paul campaigns in 2008 and 2012. And I work with Fox News. I was on a Media Row broadcasting Fox News and stuff in 2004 at both the conventions in Boston and New York. And I saw a lot of stuff behind the scenes that, I was already pretty cynical. But, when I see like Al Franken going up to Tony Snow and Sean Hannity and they're talking about where they're going to go have dinner later after they spent the whole day dividing the rest of us. It,
right.
Kind of a little cold water in the face.
Right. Well, it just goes to show you. It's professional wrestling. It's professional wrestling.
You go to a Ron Paul event. He was I'm not going to say he was a Donald Trump because he's nowhere near that, but, he's a congressman and stuff. And he was the populist. He was the Bernie Sanders, I guess, of his day. If you want to compare it to something as populist. So every event he would do, there'd be thousands of people. And, like Jimmy Vaughn, that's Stevie Ray Vaughan's brother, would play these shows for him.
I met that cat a couple of times. He's super cool.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's my buddy. And then, and the crowd goes wild and the speakers are great. And then you see it on the news later that night. It's like 3 people showed up to the Ron Paul event. They wait till everyone left and then they film like 3 people.
Right.
Meanwhile, here's 2 people standing on a corner with Obama signs.
Right.
So you see, when you're involved with the actual news and you are involved in the actual product that they're manipulating, you can see it plain as day. I've just been there too many times. I've had them do stuff to me. Like, I'm not even afraid of the media. I'm not afraid of the cancelers. I'm afraid of the people that, have tried to kill me in the past. So
the ones taking a shot, that's the ones you got to watch out for.
Like, I was a real investigative reporter, so I had documents no one else had, and talked to people that no one else did, and I got international lawsuits. I had a grenade thrown through my window, like all kinds of stuff.
Damn,
man,
crazy. Wow.
I'd have to, for a long time, I had to sleep with a shotgun right next to my pillow, just to, protect my family.
That's wild, brother. That's wild.
Now I have a dog.
There you go. That's that. See, and you know what? I've always had a Great Dane over the last probably 20, 25, 30 years. There's always been a Great Dane somewhere in the house, and I'll tell you what, my house, nobody really fucks around. If they do, they change their mind real quick. They usually don't even have to see them. It's a voice thing. They hear the sound, and that's all she wrote right there. You know what I mean?
No, listen, man. There's 2 kinds of houses. My house is the unmanicured house on the entire block in a yuppie neighborhood, right? It's got sticker bushes growing out. It's got a beware a dog sign, right? And then my big dog that will bark if you get anywhere near the house, and especially if there's a gunshot, she'll just go nuts, right? Which we do have around here. Then there's the other house, and it's perfectly manicured, and instead of food, they're growing flowers. And then they have a sign in their yard that says, Biden-Harris, we are against guns.
Oh.
Which house do you think they're going to rob? My punk rock house with my big dog and the sticker bushes?
No.
The house that says, I hate guns.
Yep. You're putting it out on Front Street, literally. You're putting it out on Front Street right there. Come in, take whatever you want, and you get people who do that, I'm sure. I've kind of been in the same boat as you.
I don't believe in property. These are the people, that's what they... I don't believe in property except for my property. I definitely believe in that.
Right.
Not your property, I don't, but mine I do.
Right. Well, I mean,
it's faux collectivist.
Right.
A real collectivist would say, you can even just have what you want in my property. And there's actually a good philosophy. If you look at like Buckminster Fuller and some of the futurists, there's a good philosophy for not owning anything. I mean, it can be done and it's probably better for the planet and all of that. But it's like guns. I'll give up mine when you give up yours. I guess,
right. That's very true.
Not going to be the first guy.
Right. Well, and I mean, being from Texas all my life, I've had a gun in my hand. You know, that's just how I was raised. I'm not a crazy person who would go shoot fucking places up. But if somebody was firing upon a crowd and I could make a clean shot, I think I would. For definite sure, you know.
I would. Fuck.
I moved here to Vegas and I bought a 45 the day I left Austin. And I mean, you know, it's always been a comfort knowing that it was there. You know what I mean? Never had to use it.
You know, man, that's right. And that's all it is. It's the same reason people have GPS on their cell phones in their car. It's like, well, what if I break down? You know, I mean, so
you might need it.
You might need it. And, you know, maybe you have a few cans of food in the back and a gallon of water in case you break down somewhere where you're going to have to survive for a minute. But so I just think it's smart to take those variables out of your life and not have to depend on. See, I'm not someone who calls the cops. I handle my own business. Now I realize that some people can't and some people need help. And, you know, it's funny though, I'm not going to mention any names or races, but if you don't like the cops and they're shooting all your people, don't call them. Like, because that's when shit happens.
It's true.
I've seen that on the media, on YouTube and whatnot, and all these affairs and events that happen, man. It's like they call the cops come and the guy's got a knife and they shoot him. Well, then don't call the cops. Handle your own business if you can. If you can't, then I guess you got to call them. But
that's true.
I'd like them to be a little more cool when they do come, but
I've lived in some bad neighborhoods, and there's always somebody on the block that always loves to call the cops. And it's always a situation because when the police get there, they already assume that there's going to be guns and knives already involved. So they're already on edge, and that's kind of how it goes down. And I don't defend police at all. I'm not really a big fan of cops, but at the same time, you know, I mean, I think that they definitely have their place. As much as I hate to say that, I don't call them. You know, I handle my own shit, and I usually can get peace, you know, resolved within my neighbors and with myself. And I mean, for the most part, I never really have a problem anyway. All my neighbors have always been really cool, even here in Vegas where I live. There's always people.
I know a lot of cops. They're very cool. They're not the bad ones, and they're the ones. They're like Serpico. They have issues with the other cops themselves, right? So
that's true.
You know, but you remember when we used to hassle? I used to call him Art Ass Invader, but Art Ass Invader.
Yeah,
who ended up going to Houston to be their chief of police, and then went to Tampa or Florida, and then got fired almost immediately because he's just such an incompetent piece of shit. And we used to just go
he was always some kind of special.
Ass. I mean, at city council meetings, on the street, and he knew me and stuff. And he was a savvy media guy for sure, man. But we just give him the double dose of fucking anarchy, man, right in his face. Like, fuck you. He's like, yeah, we have snipers on the roofs, Jack, just to protect you. I'm like, fuck that. I'm the first guy you're going to shoot.
That's
Don't
right.
lie, Art.
He committed suicide at my rally.
Jack Blood was shot by a terrorist. I mean, you probably remember when that guy Brandon Darby, who made the news, he's a big right-wing pundit now. Brandon Darby, you can look him up. And he had gotten the street cred for saving people during Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, right?
Okay.
And he came to Austin, and he had a crew with him. And the whole time he's working for the FBI. Let me just spoiler alert.
Wow.
And he's trying to get people to firebomb Brave New Books in Austin.
Oh, God damn.
And yeah, and then blame it on like somebody, and they were doing a sting operation, and they were trying to get, suckers to firebomb this alternative underground bookstore.
Wow, that's crazy.
He ended up not being able to find anyone to do that, thankfully, but he did find some dupes in Austin. They went up to the Chicago convention in 2008, and he got them to make some Molotov cocktails, and those guys, I think, are still in jail.
God damn. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's fucking nuts. It's about right.
War stories, allegedly.
Allegedly. Toast. Cheers. Right.
Stir it up. Stir it up.
That is right. So, what's your pot scene like that up there in Washington?
The what? Oh man, I mean, you just go to the store.
Nice. Any store? Any old store?
No, you have to go to a pot store.
Right. But
there's one about a mile from you, no matter where you live, and you just go in. It's like shopping, and you just order everything, and
some informed person tells you all about it.
Pretty convenient. Oh, they have everything, and it's like Disneyland for pot smokers here, for sure. And
what's your taxes like there?
They can't bust you. They can't bust you for it. If you're driving and you're smoked out, you could get a DUI, but good lawyer, you'll probably beat it. You can pretty much do anything with pot and even mushrooms now up here. You could pretty much just do whatever the fuck you want, So finally, the two cars are racing. One is pot and the other is alcohol. Finally, pot is like pulling ahead in the drag race.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely. It will.
Yeah,
where all the money comes from for it.
Is that they won't let them take credit cards, so they can only take cash, according to the law here.
Yes.
And they're getting robbed left and right, and people are dying.
Oh, God damn.
The security guy gets killed or the robber gets killed. Yeah, you can look it up. Seattle pot shop robberies. You'll see about 10 of them in the last few months.
No shit. See, they don't do that kind of shit here in Vegas. I don't know what it is, but there's not a whole lot of those robberies that happen in dispensaries.
You would think if I lost all my money in a casino, I'm going right over to the pot shop and take their money and go back to the table.
Yeah, you're not going to get very far.
Don't do that at home, kids.
Don't
do that at home.
You wouldn't get very far. You wouldn't get very far in the Vegas dispensaries doing some shit like that. Like they're well planned. I'll put it this way: I work in a dispensary. I have no fears. I don't worry about anything like that. Nobody's fucking getting through.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's kind of how. Well, they've been beefing up security here, huge, and
that's good.
It's a job I could get my brother right now, $15-$20 an hour, risking my life at a pot shop. And
wow. Right? No, I hear you.
I'd rather not.
No, I hear you. I mean, you got to think, like, if you're going to have to potentially shoot somebody, that's, I mean, it can be done, but that doesn't mean that you're just going to go around shooting people. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's basically a minimum wage job here.
Wow, that's crazy. See,
like
that blows my
$20.
mind.
$20 an hour in Seattle is, you can't survive off of that. No way.
No, and I mean, you can't survive anywhere with that now. And it's funny because, like, where I live, both me and my wife, I consider have good jobs, but at the same time, you know, it's like, it's not even enough to fucking make it at all. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, so if you move into your house, you know, if you're a renter, of course, you're covering property taxes. That's another evil that I won't go into.
Right.
You got to make 3 times the rent. So to rent anywhere halfway decent, you got to be making $6,000 a month. It's verifiable on every data platform they can possibly find, with every reference they definitely will call. And that's why we have a lot of homeless, man. I'm telling you, it's they keep raising the rents, and it's harder and harder and harder to rent a place. And, you know, it's getting to a point now where, I mean, I'm lucky. I'm in the Lemmy house, right? I'm super lucky to be here. But, I mean, I might be living in the ghetto, you know, and I don't fit in too well there, as you can probably tell.
You, Jack? No, not you.
I mean, I can survive. I can definitely. I've done it before.
Oh, no, I hear you. I hear you.
But I really don't want to do that. Especially like my boy is only going to be 19, right? He's all done with school and stuff. But you know, back in the day, we had to go move to a place where he could go to a decent school and everything.
That's true.
So, I mean, we got killed. That's why I left Austin in 2012. Is like, we both had good jobs. My girl was a buyer at Whole Foods and stuff. I mean, it's not like, you know, we were assholes or anything. We just didn't have, you know, good credit scores and the rest of it. And what they were doing was, we would go to a place, and then on the way home, they go, it's gone. And it's supposed to be illegal, but they were going through all the applications, which you have to pay for application fee. And then they were just picking the guy at Dell and stuff. And that's just how it went, you know?
Yep. That's exactly how they do it. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, it's gentrification happens to white people too. Come on now.
Right. That's very true. That's very true. And they gentrified this shit out of fucking Austin.
Like, Eddie, I'm a punk rocker like you, so mainly what I've done my whole life is go into unsafe areas and make them safe for yuppies.
Right? Yep. That's true. That is very fucking true. Because I've been right there with you many times.
I made a lot of fucking guys money doing that. Yep. Honestly, you would go in, and a bunch of, you know, white people would come in there, artists and musicians and stuff, and we'd make it cool, and then they put a Whole Foods or whatever down there, and you knew that was it. Okay, bye. I gotta go.
That's exactly how it was. Totally. Fucking great times.
And I lived in Brooklyn when it was cool.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Damn. Hell, you can't get in there anywhere under $3,000 now.
Oh, no. You know, I remember when I had an all bills paid fucking 1-bedroom apartment. It was a large 1-bedroom at that, and I was paying $175 a month. God damn it!
What year was that?
That was 1993. Yeah.
So that would be about. That'd be about $600-700 now. I'll take it. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh,
with inflation,
you can't find anything like that.
Check me tomorrow on the inflation numbers. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
By the time people see this, they're like, "That guy was way off in inflation." I know, because we recorded this in July.
Yeah, right. It's about a month. It'll be about a month difference.
It's another 10%.
Right. Easily, if not more. It could very well be 15. God damn, it's fucking crazy.
The Federal Reserve, its whole job is to control inflation. Since 1913, last time I checked, inflation is up 2,800% since then.
Yeah.
So good job, Federal Reserve.
Right.
That is not federal and has no reserves.
Right. And they're definitely controlling shit for sure. Not interests that involve
not like
you or I.
Used to. Not like they used to. There's been a changing of the guard, man, and This is a good time to hit him. Do you know Trump put the Carlyle Group president Jerry Powell in charge of the Federal Reserve, and he put a Rothschild guy, Wilbur Ross, in charge of commerce.
Okay.
So maybe it's not his fault. Maybe someone told him to do that, but
probably,
that's bad.
most likely.
Having Rudy Giuliani, the 9/11 denier, the mayor of New York, and the mayor of 9/11 be your lawyer, bad decision. Yeah. Having John Bolton run your State Department and foreign policy, super bad decision, man.
Yeah, that wasn't
you're either really dumb or you're just not in charge. And I'm going for so for Trump fans out there, he just has, like Biden, he has no choice in anything. He's just the president.
Right.
If you look at Exxon or any major multinational company, right, or any bank, the president is just a figurehead. It's the CEO. That's the man.
Right.
So the president in this country, like Joe Biden right now, he's not the CEO. Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan Chase is the CEO. I mean, come on.
Right.
Allegedly.
Time to take a hit.
Woohoo.
All right, my man.
I'm drinking malt liquor. I gotta curb the allegedly. So I could.
You could get fucked up real quick.
Yeah, man. So I hope people. So we're doing a 4th of July live broadcast. Me and Lemmy.
Sweet.
And I got some Lemmy stories, but I'm not gonna go into all that. You have to read the book.
Okay.
Because I had some great Lemmy stories. He was an amazing dude, and his whole band, they were amazing. Fuck yeah, man. No, but I'm doing so my YouTube channel, which I've just revived.
All right.
This is really hard to get to now because I've been put on the 80th page.
Tell them how to find it.
Just go to YouTube and put in Jack Blood space Deadline Live TV, all one word. And then you'll get all my old stuff. Like I interviewed Helios Creed. I interviewed a lot of musicians and stuff.
There's a lot of great fucking interviews up there. That's badass. People.
And I'm doing a live broadcast on the 4th of July, Independence Day on Monday. And then I'm up on the Acelli.com, Acelli Effect Network. He's the guy that is producing my show right now and does a great job. Does a show himself every Thursday at 3:00 Pacific time. We're live. Nice. And you never know who's going to come on that. And we have some really interesting conversations that would make Joe Rogan run away in shame. Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Most definitely.
Hardcore.
That's what attracted me to you to begin with. You always had the greatest fucking punk rock interviews ever. And sometimes shit would fucking crap out. They would fucking firebomb your computers and do all kinds of crazy shit. It was the greatest thing. You never knew what you were going to get.
Why do you have to remind me of that, Eddie?
Because those were the great times, Jack.
Chaos.
That's how it goes, right? That's how it fucking goes.
Well, first they ignore you, then they ridicule you, then you win. So
right.
We're right on the edge of the ridicule and close to the win. So if you want me to drop out on a positive note, I think we're on the right track on a lot of things. And the one thing we have to get right is the divide and conquer stuff. That's true. That'd be really important. Start listening to your friends who disagree with you and have common sense and critical thinking conversations where someone could be wrong. It's no big deal. You know, and you can agree to disagree, have a beer, punch it out, and then wake up tomorrow friends. You know, it's
right.
That's where they're really getting us, man. And it is like the British used it on India. I mean, this is a tried and true dark tactic, is divide and conquer and divide and rule. They used it in COINTELPRO, right, in the 60s and 70s.
Right.
They're not. They work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and by they, I just mean whatever government, deep state, global intelligence, super corporations. Like you can fill in the blank there, but they're pretty busy all the time working, and all we got to do is agree on the stuff we agree on. I used to call it OCCUT. You know, it's the Tea Party. If the Tea Party and Occupy got together and we're cool, which they did agree on a lot of stuff, man.
Right.
Hell would rain down.
Right. This is true. That division is fucking the biggest thing of it all. That's just with everybody in general nowadays. There's division everywhere. There's fucking chaos and friction everywhere you turn.
Yeah. No,
ever since the fucking the COVID shit, it's been fucking insane.
They've turned us against each other. We're shooting the wrong people. Don't shoot anyone out there, you kids. But if you're going to shoot someone, shoot the right person and stop shooting each other. And you know, if we can get there. But honestly, you know, in that quote, first they ignore you. Remember that?
Yep.
They would just go, oh, it's just a conspiracy theorist. Just ignore them.
Right.
See my tinfoil hat right here.
There you go.
You know, and then they would ridicule you. Oh, well, we're kind of seeing that now, and they're using the whole woke culture as an excuse to do that, and Me Too and everything else, you know.
It's true.
I mean,
Definitely.
Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin had sex with a 17-year-old groupie. Pedophile. It's like she's a groupie. Okay,
Right.
She's throwing herself at him. That's your daughter. It's on you to maybe, like, fix that if you don't want that. But I digress, allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, but for real. And so I just want people to realize that we're in that spot right now where we can go from ridicule to you win. It's up to you. That's why I'm running for president in 2024.
Fuck yeah, that's what I love to hear.
News on Facebook. Jack Blood News.
Can I be
Facebook.
Can I be your media secretary guy or what the fuck ever it is?
Man, you think I'm kidding?
No, I'm fucking dead serious.
I already have my logo. It's a beer can with my face on it. It says Jack Blood 2024, and on the back it says "Keep it beard." Right?
Fuck yeah.
Keep it beard, folks. That's BEER''D, not my beard.
I love it. I fucking love it, brother. All right, my man. It was great to have you on a fucking episode today. It took 3 seasons to get you on here, and I want to have you on again. I want to have you on just to talk about everything that's going on. We'll make it a fucking priority to get it like a fucking the week of like. We'll release it the week that we do it or some shit like that. We can
anytime
like that.
It's
all right, brother.
A stone groove, my brother.
Hell yeah. All right. So we're going to go out with another one of your bands. This is a band you and your wife did. This is the Dead on Cue, right? So this is one of my favorite songs right here. I fucking love this.
Dead on Cue, so are you.
All right. Sweet, brother. All right. Thank you for coming on, and I'm going to fucking play you out. All right. Here we go.
Bad luck. I'd have none at all. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Who gives a fuck? 700 years bad luck. Hall of mirrors like booby traps. Like a herd of black cats. The lighting here sucks. 700 years bad luck. It ain't no superstition. I can't change the station. Negative nation. Maybe I'll get stuck in the muck. 700 years bad luck! Upon further reflection, I don't want your protection. maybe I'll get hit by a truck. 700 years bad luck. I am the mirror. Don't look at me. Why are you looking at
Bakey podcast is sponsored by Jerome Baker Designs, Virtue, and the number 3.